Welcome to a brand new episode of Johnson's Court. Today I'm super excited to bring you guys another episode because you guys think you only see me. Well, actually, that's wrong because we've got Nick on the other end.
How's it going, guys?
Yes, we are doing FaceTime. That's not normally what we want to do, but like I said, we've just been very, very busy this fall. So once we get past next week, we'll be able to get back both in the studio and the warehouse, wherever we decide to do our next podcast. But Nick, let everyone know, how you've been and what you think of the NFL season so far.
Yeah, I've been good. Sad I couldn't be with Riley last week to do another streaming podcast. We all get busy stuff come our way. Had to step aside, but I still gave Riley my pick, so I'm glad to be at least back live with him this week. And, we got some good matchups this week. We look forward to discussing it here.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. Nick and I played basketball, so we're a little sweaty, a little tired, so this episode's going to be very quick today. I'll get right into it for everybody. Last week, Nick went 9-5. I went 8-6, so he nudged me up by a win. So, like I said, Nick knows football. He's a very knowledgeable man. You guys should be learning from this man. So his overall record is 42 wins and 20 losses, and mine is 41 wins and 37 losses. We're doing, Nick's doing really well. If the trend continues to go, he will be the one to win and have the best record overall. Anything can happen, injuries happen, things like that. But, it's all part of the game. So here we go, Nick. We're going to get right into it. Our Thursday night football game, it is playing right now. That doesn't affect our picks, what we were going to pick tonight, especially since we know what the matchup is and who it's between. It's the Denver Broncos coming in and facing the Kansas City Chiefs. If anybody, and I mean anybody in the world, unless you're a diehard Broncos fan, doesn't pick like the Chiefs to win this game, you're delusional. I'm going Chiefs here. I mean, shoot, they can win 40-0. That realistically probably could be the score. But, Nick, you're also going the Chiefs too, right?
Yeah, this is a pretty no-brainer for me. Chiefs over the Broncos.
So 100% there. Then, look at that. We've got another 9:30 game. But we have two different teams going over to – is it in London again? Do you know? Or is
two teams over there?
Yep, it's London. It's London. I wasn't sure if it was Mexico or not, or a different country. But it is two different teams this time. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. So this is two road games for each of the teams. I don't really know how many local fans they have in London. The Jacksonville Jaguars played there for 2 weeks, so they've got, the bigger fan base as of right now. But the Ravens, they did take a loss to the Steelers last week in the final minutes of the game. The Tennessee Titans not doing too hot. The Colts were able to, really stop Derrick Henry and get a win over the Tennessee Titans. But they did hurt our boy AR. So can't root for the Titans, especially since in the AFC South, I'm going Ravens here. But I think this will be a low-scoring game over there in London. What do you think, Nick?
This is a very tough one. I'd like to say the Ravens, but let me finish here. The Ravens are a run-first team. The Titans are, at least from last week coming in, a top-5 defensive team as far as stopping the run. And the Colts put almost 200 yards on them on the ground. So it gives me cause to pause as far as wanting to pick the Ravens. I'm actually going to pick the Titans this week.
All right.
The Ravens.
Nothing wrong with that. Do you see a low-scoring game, though, over there in London?
I'm going to say 2024.
Okay.
So,
not too high.
Your average game, I guess.
Yeah. Kicking field goals, They both have really good field goal kickers, so.
They do. Both do have really good field goal kickers.
But now we move on to Sunday at 1 o'clock. Back here in the United States, we've got the Panthers coming in and playing the Dolphins. Now, I know we'll get more into the 1 o'clock games, but sometimes, the Panthers last year really surprised me with winning games I didn't think that they would win. I know they have a completely different quarterback. They've got Bryce Young. He's developing, doing what he can do for them over there. But the Dolphins are a really good team. Yes, I lost to the Bills, 2 weeks ago, I think it was, right? Was it 2 weeks ago? It wasn't last week, was it? No.
No, no. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, the Dolphins beat the Giants last week. So it was 2 weeks ago they lost to the Bills. But, they've definitely bounced back, and I think they continue that streak. They're jumping in and out of the water. They're having a good time. So, and it's a home game for the Dolphins, so I'm going Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm also going Dolphins. The injury to Devon A-Chain hurts.
Oh, big time.
Was their RB1 anyway. So I'm picking the Dolphins at home. And their horrid run defense.
Then at 1 o'clock, you've got the New Orleans Saints playing the Houston Texans. Sorry, I'm looking at other 1 o'clock games as well to see if I really wanted to say that was my game of the week yet or not. I know, I'll wait. But this game, I think it'll be a really good game as well with Derek Carr being over there. Alvin Kamara is back as well for the Saints. C.J. Stroud has not thrown an interception yet since he's been in the league. His first one has to come eventually. It could come against the Saints. It is a home game for the Houston Texans. The Saints will be... Oh, man, this is a hard pick for me. This is a 50-50 toss-up here. It could go either way. Give me the Young Buck and C.J. Stroud. I'm going the Houston Texans here.
I really don't think this is a hard one. I'm going the Saints on the road.
I feel the Saints are probably favored to win this game, but...
I think a very good defense, and they're going against a rookie quarterback. Like, C.J. Stroud has been balling this year. It's been really good.
Yeah.
But there's something about just the Saints in this game. I think they're going to win.
Hey, I'm not, like I said, to me it's a 50-50 ball game, but to you, you know who you're going here. The next game, I'll let Nick go first here. It's the Washington Commanders playing the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are home. What do you think here, Nick?
Yeah, I'm going to the Falcons in this game.
The Commanders put up a really good fight versus the Eagles, I think, a week or two ago. The divisional opponents, everyone always plays a little bit tougher here. I'll go ahead, I'll go Commanders. Go Commanders here. On the road. I'm on the road again. If you haven't seen Shrek, please go watch it. For all you 2000 babies, kiddos.
Third one.
Nick does think the third one's the best one. I think the first one's the best one, but hey, you give your opinion. Comment below. Watch all three of them tonight, right now.
Yeah. Watch all three of them. Yeah.
Then you've got the Indianapolis Colts going in and playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nick and I both know somebody who will be at that game who is a big Colts fan, so you might have tears shredded. You know what? You might get a Colts, winning on the road here. I think this is a really good game this week. Gardner Minshew, used to play for the Jaguars. Gardner Minshew also knows, he used to play for a head coach as well because he was on the Eagles at one point. So I think that the Colts get a win down in Jacksonville, Florida. What do you think, Nick? What are your reasonings behind who you're going to pick here?
So, to go back earlier, the person that Riley and I both know that we know is going to be at this game, I tried very hard to get him to get into the pool there at the stadium.
Very true.
Probably no-go. So, that's unfortunate that I don't get to probably get some TV time with him in the pool, but that's okay.
Sad.
So back to business here. I mean, it's no brainer who I pick. I'm going with the Colts on this one, and we got a very tough blow this week with AR being put on IR. It's an 8th grade 3 AC joint. Could be out longer. It's very unfortunate, and he's had all of these. There's just shades of negative stuff that's coming back to me here, but the talent is there, but he has played 7 quarters. 7 quarters. So I just got off on topic here, but we did get Jonathan Taylor back. Shades of ignore the stats. The eye test in last week's game versus the Titans, there's shade of the old Jonathan Taylor there. So just another week of practice, another week going into this game here. Should have beat the Jaguars week 1. If we had any run game at all, we're winning that week 1 game, Jags. Any run game at all, we're winning that game. Give me the Colts or Jags here. I'm close, but I'm not going to be shocked if we pull away on this one.
Definitely going to be a great game this week.
Jags are coming back from 2 weeks in London, and they didn't decide to do a bye week, so there might be some jet lag there. Yes, they're going to be at home, but I think, look, they had the choice to take the bye week after their stint in London, and they chose not to. So they just chose to get an L here.
They chose to get an L here. I like your choice of words. Then you've got the Seattle Seahawks coming in and playing the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going Bengals here. Joe Burrow's back. Jamar Chase is back. Who dat?
So they may be back, but I'm picking the Seahawks. They've been there. All season, they've been there. They've been competitive. I'm not gonna say Joe Burrow might not have a good game, but Seattle's gonna win overall.
All right. Then you got the Minnesota Vikings coming in and playing the Chicago Bears. This would be pretty self-explanatory. I also don't know what Kirk Cousins is going to do. Is he going to stay this season? Is he going to leave? Things like that. The Vikings, are they tanking? Who really knows? Are the Bears tanking? What's going on over in the NFC North? Still, the Vikings should win this game.
This one is actually a tough one for me. I don't trust either one of these teams. If it was flipped as far as home and away, maybe I'd have a different thought. But, man, I'm going to take, give me the Vikings on the road. I almost went the other direction. But I'm sticking with Vikings over the Bears.
We'll see what happens. We just don't know. Then our last 1 o'clock game for everybody is the 49ers coming in playing the Cleveland Browns. When do the 49ers lose their first game? Is it this week versus the Browns? Let me ask Mike. Mike, oh wait, he's not here. Doesn't matter. Because the 49ers are going to crush the Browns. So, going 49ers here.
Well, I just found out 2 hours ago, it was reported that Deshaun Watson is out versus the 49ers this week. He was listed as questionable all week, but it has been officially announced that he's out. So that puts a big bummer into this, because had he played, this has the potential to be a very good matchup. Browns have a very good defensive front, but 49ers are the best team in football. Right now, at least. I don't care what anyone says. They're a complete team. Offense, defense, defensive line, defensive secondary, linebackers, offensive line, running back, wide receivers. Shit, even their special teams is on point. Even the 49ers over the Browns.
Absolutely. So go ahead.
49ers do play the Eagles in December at Philadelphia. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more games away. So they could win 5 more games before we get there.
Wow.
And even that one, we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. So that wraps up our 1 o'clock games. Nick, I will let you think what you want your 1 o'clock game of the week to be. As for me, I believe that it's going to be... Because I feel like I know which one you're going to pick. So I'm not going to pick that one. So I'm going to go Saints and the Texans here. I think that'll be a really good game. I think it'll be really close. And like I said, I saw the Texans come out on top. But that is my game of the week.
For the 1 o'clock time slots, there's 2 really good matchups. There's the Bengals and Seahawks. There's the Colts and the Jaguars.
I agree with that.
I mean, honestly, I'll change my mind. There's actually 3. the Commanders and Falcons are kind of evenly matched as well. That could be another great game, too. Whew. I'm going to go with the Seahawks and the Bengals as the game of the week for the 1 o'clock time slot.
All right.
Yeah, I can see it being close. I can definitely see it. I have the Seahawks coming out on top. I can see it definitely being close. There's no quit in either team, and Seahawks had that outstanding overtime win versus the Lions week 2, and maybe the Bengals have woken up last week. They did play the Cardinals, for what that's worth, but I with that being in Cincinnati, 1 o'clock time slot, I see that one being a really great game.
I really thought...
Or on both sides.
Yeah, I thought you were going to pick the Colts and Jaguars. That's why I stayed away from that one. Is it because you think they're kind of jet lagged and they didn't get a bye week? Do you think that's why the Colts have a...
I don't want to poo-poo the divisional rival here.
Yeah.
I also don't think it's going to be close. I think the Colts have it in their favor. I think it's going to be very similar to the Colts week 2 versus the Texans, where we kind of just jump out and then kind of just stay ahead. I'm not saying the Jaguars may not make a run and put some points up, but I can see us winning by 10 points.
Yeah, absolutely.
The travel has something to do with it. Now, hard to say that for week 3 when the Colts played the Rams, and the Rams went all the way to the East Coast to play Cincy, went back home, came back out here to play us. I thought that would factor, and it didn't really factor as we took a fat L. But
we did take them in overtime.
I think it's going to factor here. The Jaguars are a well-traveled team doing this over and over, but I think this is the first time they've not had the bye week after they've come back. So we'll see.
We shall see for our 1 o'clock games. Then we move on to our 4:05 and our 4:25 games. Our first 4:05 game is the Patriots going and playing the Las Vegas Raiders. I think this is the dumpster fire of the 4 o'clock games. I don't really care who wins this game, to be honest with you. Patriots have just been playing awful lately, and I love it so much. But do the Raiders, does Devontae Adams start playing better? Do the Patriots finally score some points on the board? I don't know. But it is a road game for the Patriots, so I'm going to go the Raiders here.
I'm also going to go with the Raiders as their home. The Raiders didn't do too bad in their Monday night game.
Versus the Packers, yeah.
It was a close game. So
they beat the Packers.
Say the Raiders at home.
They beat them, yep. Then at 4:25, I'll let Nick go first on this one. You've got the Detroit Lions coming in and playing the Buccaneers.
Yeah, so I do want to give some credit to the Buccaneers here. A little bit of surprise to start the season, but really stout defense. I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan, but he has played well. They do still have a good team, good playmakers. They're still a bit of a surprise. I think this is going to be a very tough matchup. Lions are for real. Absolutely. I'm going to give the Lions on the road here.
Absolutely. The Lions are for real. They are the deal. They are the favorites to win the NFC North. I agree. The Buccaneers have definitely surprised me. I am a Baker Mayfield fan, but with the way the Lions are just playing this year, I believe that the Lions are going to win this one on the road. Will be a good game, though. Then you've got the Arizona Cardinals playing the LA Rams. I really feel like it shouldn't be an opinion or a debate on who's going to win this team. Like, I've got the Rams, obviously, but I feel like the Cardinals are going to give them a little bit of a fight in the first quarter. But I'm going Rams here.
I'm also going Rams.
You just never know. The Rams could just do stupid things, and then they give the Cardinals a chance. So
have not been, as much as their records, or people might circle that as an easy win, they have been in every game. They have fought every team.
Correct.
So they're a tough out. I still think the Rams are going to win because I think the Rams are a better team and they're at home. You got Cooper Kupp coming back again for another week. I mean, he looked every bit as Cooper Kupp last week, and just give him another week here. So I think the Rams are going to start to maybe take off a bit here. We'll see. It's a very tough division, but I think they're going to get this divisional win.
Absolutely. Our last 425 game, ladies and gentlemen, is the Philadelphia Eagles playing the New York Jets. A lot of people had this game circled on their calendar, especially if Aaron Rodgers was still playing. This would be a great game. What is Zach Wilson? Who knows? Maybe the Jets are still going in the right direction. Maybe they can put up a fight versus Eagles the whole first half. But I think the Eagles definitely win this on the road.
Easily win this on the road.
With that being said, that is it for the 425 games, 405 games. I think the game of the week, and I think Nick's probably going to pick the same game, the Lions versus the Buccaneers.
Yep.
So that'd be a great game to watch. That'd be a great game. And it looks like I'm probably only watching one game for the 425 time slot. Cool. Thanks, NFL.
That's it.
Let's see here. All right, 4 teams left. So Sunday night at 8:20 p.m., when you're calling into bed and you know you shouldn't be up because you got work tomorrow, but you're going to watch this game anyways because it's the New York Giants playing the Buffalo Bills. Is Daniel Jones still out with a neck injury? Do you know?
I didn't know he had a neck injury.
Or I thought he did, or maybe it was somebody else.
Well, both teams have the injury bug.
Yeah.
Let me see the injury report real quick for this game. So, Daniel Jones didn't practice yesterday or today.
I think he's probably not playing.
Saquon was limited practice yesterday and today, so his outlook is positive. Daniel Jones is negative. Oh my gosh, this injury report is long for the Giants. Same thing for the Bills, but the Bills have had a lot more full practices.
Well, I think that means, I was going to go Bills anyways here. I just wanted, to give the fans, the people, a little bit more detail on both these teams here. But I'm going Bills. I'm guessing you've probably got to be going the Bills as well, right?
Yes, I'm going Bills here. I will say that the actual dumpster fire of the NFL so far is the Giants. Daniel Jones got benched. I know he got hurt, but that was coming.
Who's their backup? Do you know? Does it say?
Yeah, their backup is, let me see real quick on their
I don't know.
destruction against the Dolphins last week. It's Tyrod Taylor. My goodness, he's a traveled player.
Yeah, wow. I didn't even know he was on the Giants.
I didn't know either.
So
Serviceable backup. I mean, it's respected. But
he is playing his former team this week, so we'll see how he does.
The Giants are the single most disappointing team this year. I don't think it's even close. They were not just a playoff team last year, a winning playoff team last year. They gave Saquon some money, so he's got some motivation. To me, I think they're the worst team in the NFL. I mean, I understand the Patriots might want to say hold my beer, or the Broncos even. I'd say it's a 3-way tie as far as who wants the worst team trophy right now. The Giants are a mess. I don't understand why. Their roster is way far and above more than the other teams I listed.
Mm-hmm.
They are sucking some real turds. I think it's going to be 40-10.
Yeah, Bills are definitely going to run away with the Sunday night game.
Yeah, Bills have some injuries, I'm not going to lie, but they have we're both healthy.
Yeah, but they definitely should get that win.
And Bills lost last week too, so they lost in London, so they're going to be I didn't factor in that.
They did lose.
Okay, well, I want to give the same sort of hesitation I gave the Jags then, to be fair. But the Giants are not the Colts, though.
No, but then you're also playing on Sunday, so you got yeah.
So it may not be 40. It might be 28-10.
That's if the Giants score points.
I can see some turnovers. Josh Allen's turnover prone, so I can see some turnovers happening to put the offense in scoring position to get 10 points.
Absolutely true. Then our last game of this week is the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Give me the Chargers. It's not going to get any easier for the Cowboys. It just isn't. That was absolutely not the biggest blowout of the year, because the Dolphins will forever have that title over the Broncos.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest ass whoopings last week, and the 49ers pulled all their starters out in the fourth quarter, so it could easily have been
even worse.
56-10, or whatever the final score was. Could have been even worse. Should have been even worse. I think this is going to be a lot closer, this game, but I think the Chargers are going to pull ahead.
You know, I'll disagree. I'll go with Dylan's Cowboys, and it's because I like what Jerry Jones said. And I'm being funny when I say this, but he quoted that Dak Prescott is our quarterback to take us to the Super Bowl.
It's not happening this year.
It's never going to happen.
No, it's never going to happen.
So I don't know what the Dallas Cowboys are going to do, but I could definitely see the Chargers winning this game, but I don't know.
You were going to go with the Cowboys as your pick here.
I did, and I'm going to stick with the Cowboys, but I feel like this will be a close game for sure. I feel like there will be definitely a defense touchdown scored during this game, whether whichever team it is. They both have some pretty good defenses here. But that's it, guys. That is our video. That is us for this week. We appreciate you listening, coming out, giving your opinions, commenting below. We will be at you again next week. Hopefully we'll be in person at the warehouse. We should be, but if anything changes, we will adapt on the fly. We overcome and conquer. So thank you guys so much, and we will see you next week on Johnson's Court.